Yo, what's good, y'all boys? Today I'm giving you guys the top 3 lockdown builds in NBA 2K2 and 3 current gen. This is on current gen, you know what I'm saying? I do not have next gen yet, you know what I'm saying? But hey, make this build a point guard. I'm going from the smallest height for today's video to the tallest height, excuse me, you know what I'm saying? Now, hand does not matter, personal preference, number does not matter. Now, I'm making this build at 6'5". You could make this build a shooting guard if you really wanted to, but it's or small 40 if you want to, doesn't really matter. But max out your weight, which your weight doesn't really matter, but I want this build to have silver bully, as you guys will see. Now, if you guys do not like being able to, not to have drive and dunk, I wouldn't make this build if I were you. But you don't care about dunking the ball, you just want to score, be able to lock down, you know what I'm saying? Then make this build. So first off, gonna get our close shot to a 75, get our layup to an 80, as you see. Let's get to an 80 right about there, and boom, 80 driving layup. Now get your 3 to an 85, that way you get silver limitless range. I will cover the badges soon. Now, if you're a big mid-range player, this might not be the build for you, but I don't really shoot too many mid-range, so I don't think I need over a 72. And you could go 73 just to get, silver or gold mini magician, but it's not necessary. You already get silver, which is, I believe, good enough from what I play with. Now, for a ball handle, you want to go with 85, as you guys are still the point guard. Get your pass accuracy to 70, get your speed with ball to an 88. You feel me? Now that way you get Hall of Fame, quick first step. You still get ankle break if you want that. You still get Dahmer, floor general, all these get badges. The only knock I would say is only silver handles for days. But I mean, you don't need necessarily go to Hall of Fame, which will take you up to a 94 ball handle or even 99 if you want Hall of Fame, which I do not believe is really worth it in my opinion. Now you still get Neil Threader, you still get Hyperdrive, Unpluckable Vice Grip, all these extra badges, you know what I'm saying, that you might want to use. But so this isn't a playmaking, this is a lockdown build. So let's go ahead and get to this defense and rebounding. Now guys, what I did here was I got my perimeter defense to a 92. That way I could still get gold challenger and gold clamps, which only costs 4 badge points. Now, of course, you might be like, why do I only have 10 badge points? That is because you want to go ahead and max out your steal, which gives you 21 total badge points. Now you get Hall of Fame interceptor, Hall of Fame glove for 14 badge points. You can spend 4 more on clamps, and you can still get something like silver challenger or silver ankle bracelet. Now you could upgrade something else, if you want another extra badge point, or if you were gonna go ahead and hit level 39 in season or any season, you get the extra badge point, put that into your defense, and you get gold challenger with gold clamps and these 2 badges right here. Now if you want minutes and ankle bracelet, you could of course drop these down to gold on the build, but it's really up to you how you guys want to play. Now for the physicals, I did not forget about the physicals, you know what I'm saying? Put this at the 80 along with your speed. Now for your strength, you want to put this at the 82. As you guys see, you get silver bully, which has been an amazing badge for my personal experiences. Now I've only seen it work on layups, so I don't even think you need driving and dunk for that to kick in. And with the 80 layup, you still get pretty good layup packages in this game, so this is a pretty good build in my opinion. Now I did put my vertical at a 70 and my strength stamina at 93, you know what I'm saying? Now you could drop this 191 if you want +1 to your vertical or to your stamina. It does not really matter if you want that. Now this build does not really get driving dunk, as I told you guys numerous times, so you could put this into your stamina, your vertical. Doesn't really matter to me what you guys do. This is a lockdown build, as you guys see. Now you get Hall of Fame glove, like I said, interceptor, clamps, challenger, all this good stuff. Playmaking badges, we went over these as well very briefly. Now for your shooting badges, you can still get silver limitless range, which is pretty usable. It's pretty good if you're gonna play once. You still catch and shoot if you don't want to play primary guard. You can get catch and shoot, you get claymore, you get amped, you get agent 3, corner specialist. See all these good badges you guys still get. Volume shooter, space creator, Hall of Fame. Now for the finishing, I would go with personally silver slithery, silver fearless, and silver bully. That's 9 badge points right there. Now you could of course alter this build if you want to get more finishing or whatever. I don't know what you guys want to do for your builds, but this is how I'll make my build right here. Now for the takeovers, personally for this build right here, I will go with lockdown, primary, and secondary spot up shooter. Now you could go playmaking, but personally I'm not a dribble all the time. I like to score the ball, so I'm going to go ahead go with spot up takeover. My build is complete. As you guys see, we have made a 3 and D point with similarities to Kirk Henrich, Drew Holiday, and CJ McCollum. But with that being said, guys, on to lock build number 2. All right, boys. Now for this one, I'm making this build right here at small forward. Now you can still make this at shooting guard, point guard, small forward, even power forward, I believe, or even center. You can make this in any position. This is a 6'7" build. Now, like I said before, handle does not matter. Jersey number does not matter. I'm just gonna put like 10. I don't know, 10. Let's go with 10. Now I'm going with 6'7". I'm not gonna touch the weight. Now you guys can tweak this if you want, but I'm gonna go ahead and max out my wingspan and body shape. Honestly, does not matter. Once again, You can go build, you can go compact. It doesn't really matter what you do to me because it doesn't affect your build. But I'm gonna go build, you know what I'm saying? Now for this one does get a just slightly better finish, you know. I'm gonna put my close shot to a 75, put my layup to an 80. There we go, get that to an 80. There we go, boys. 80, driving layup. Now for this one actually does get contact dunks, you know what I'm saying? Not elite, but you do get pro. Now let's go ahead, go boom, 84, drop it, dunk. And you can still shoot with this build, guys. Do not worry, you can still shoot with this build. Let's get our mid-range to a 78. That is more than enough to shoot mid-range, you know what I'm saying? With this build, already without even touching your three-pointer, you still get these badges, which are pretty good. And then your three, put this to an 85. That way you get silver, limitless range. All these badges. This is a very good two-way build in my opinion. You get contact dunks, you can shoot, and we're gonna put your pass accuracy up to a 70. Now like I said, this is not a well, I didn't say it before, but this is not a primary ball handling build. So like I said just then, you would not need maxed out ball handle, but I would still like to get this to a 77 just in case you guys want to get, you know, quick first step for your finishing, and which is a pretty good badge in my opinion. Now speed with ball, I'm gonna go ahead put this at an 82 just to save that little extra badge point. You could go 83 if you want, but I'm not putting that mine at 83. Really up to you guys though, you know. Now for the lockdown part, you know what I'm saying, this is a 6-7 wing lock. This will not be able to guard the paint, but you guys can also tweak this build to guard the paint if you really want to. But I also have a build that will guard the paint coming up next, so it's really up to you guys what you want to do. But for this one, I put my perimeter defense at a 95 and my steal, of course, maxed out. We want the Hall of Fame glove. Now this build gets Hall of Fame challenger, clamps, glove, and a scepter. Now you will struggle to get badge points unless you want to hit level 39 each season to get those extra badge points. Plus I believe there's a thing on current gen where you can get extra badge points for doing these the flashback games. But still, just with 15 you can get Hall of Fame, interceptor, glove. If you're gonna play one, you don't even need intercept, you put on challenger, clamp. So stuff like that, it's really up to you guys depending on how much you play the game, how skilled you are. If you're gonna grind more badge points, if you like I said, level 39 or the extra badge quest, it's really up to you guys. Now for the physicals, I did max out my speed, my acceleration. I did get my strength to a 74 for bronze bully, and you can get your vertical to a 75 along with 96 stamina. Or if you guys really truly do want more defensive, you could drop this to like a 90, put your vertical at around a 70-ish, around there, and upgrade your interior. Now you do only get one more badge point and still mediocre interior defense, but that one badge point can honestly help you guys a lot if you're not going to be grinding, you know, sweatiest builds in the game. But you can also drop your mid-range down to about a 73, 74, and you can put more into your interior defense. As you guys see, 84 interior defense now with 18 badges. You get box out beast, you get post lockdown, you know, badge like that. Now you will still not be a good rebounder on this build, but you're able to do a lot on this build as you guys currently see. No standing dunk, no free throw really, no block or interior, which is the only downside I would say to this build being 6-7, that you get no block. But you could also take this down right here and upgrade your block, so that way you get a 60 block, which isn't really the best, you know, but you have to sacrifice something like I said before. So 84 interior defense, no block, but I mean, I didn't make this build originally for block. I made this build to be a perimeter defender build, you know what I'm saying, with the capabilities of doing a lot of more things. So like I said, I put my vertical at a 75, 93 right there. Let's see, what did I change up? My mid-range 77, there we go. And I did have one higher, as you guys can rewind the video, put it back into your mid-range if you want a 78 mid-range. But like I said, this is a more of a perimeter defensive build, guys, as you see. Now there's small errors in this build, like you still don't get blocked, you don't get interior like I said before, but personally I like this build. I'm fine with not getting blocks if I have 99 still, so that's just me. But anyways boys, that is the second build to this video. Takeovers, I will go slasher and lockdown. My mentality, you can always change these, so it doesn't matter what you go there. And as you guys see, we built a 3-and-D wing, which says the Tony Allen, Paul George, and OG Anunoby. All right, and now boys, for our third and final build for today's video, I'm going with a 6'9" small forward. You can make this a power forward, shooting guard, point guard, any build that gets 6'9", or position, excuse me. And I'm pretty sure every position does get 6'9", but I make this a small forward, you know. Now number does not matter. I'm gonna go with like 30 something, 36. 36 is cool. Now make him 6'9", leaving the weight alone. You can change it if you want, but I'm leaving it alone. And I'm maxing out my wingspan once again. Now this build actually does get all contact dunks, you know. So let's go ahead and get this close out to a 74, which is kind of low, but you do get silver masher, pro touch on gold already, fast twitch, all these decent, you know, badges. Now I'm putting my driving layup at an 88 because I do want this build to get long athlete, which is 88 driving layup, and driving dunk. Of course, like I said, you get elites, so you want to put this at a 92. I would not be touching this stand dunk because I don't really care too much for that, but this build will also not be a shooting build, of course. Now you get your pass accuracy to a 70, your ball handle to a 77, and max out your speed with ball is 74, just because, you know, so you don't want to be slow on the court with a 92 drop dunk. You want to be able to get to the rim pretty good. Now this build does get silver quick first step. This does not unfortunately get a gold quick first step, but silver should be cool enough for you guys, you know. So you could drop the weight if you want to get more speed with ball, but you won't be able to get your strength in, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like a pick your poison type of situation here. Now for interior defense, I put this at an 86, as you guys see. Boom. Now perimeter defense maxed out 88, steal maxes out 90, block 99 block, and this build still gets good rebounding, which if you're gonna be a pure lockdown, you don't really care too much about shooting. Not the best shooter in this 2K, which shooting has been challenging, but not as challenging as people make it seem, at least for me, my personal opinion. And this build still gives a good physical, 78 speed, 74 acceleration, strength, max out. You get silver bully on this build. Vertical, I went with 80, excuse me. You guys can do it how you want to, and you get a 98 stamina. Now you of course could drop this if you want to, or drop something else, you know, get more vertical, get more interior, get more drop dunk. It's kind of like a situation where you would do what you want. Now you can get 87 up to 87, you know, speed with not super ball handle on this build, but I don't see a need to with 6'9", but it's truly up to you guys how you want to make your build. You could get more vertical, as you see. We'll drop this down to an 85, get your vertical up to an 86 with an 86 vertical with a 99 block. Personally, I think that's pretty good. That could just be put this to your stamina or your acceleration, you know. And this build is pretty good to go. Now, you could run big on this. You could run wing defender. Well, you kind of have to. You have no spacing with this build at all. But this is a pretty good build in my opinion if you don't care much about shooting and you want to do everything except that. Like, you can facilitate with this build. Of course, you get a 90, or excuse me, an 85 ball handle, and you get bro, this build is low-key insane in my opinion. Like, y'all, this is a non-shooting build 6 for now, like I said numerous times once again. But y'all see this build, man, and put these last few points into your free throw, which is, I mean, kind of irrelevant on this build. You get 25 3 34 mid-range, 35 free throw. And you could sacrifice some things and get your, you know, your mid-range up, which I'm not gonna do, of course, but slasher take and lock would be smart for me. You could go glass if you want to, but I don't really care. I don't think you need glass take in this game with higher rebounding. And as you guys see, man, we have made a two-way interior finish. Now look, if you guys made it this far, make sure y'all boys comment a rocket emoji, smash the like button, check the video to 100+ likes, you know, and subscribe to my channel, you know what I'm saying? Super Roshiez, subscribe with the post notifications, man. Follow my social medias, which are on the screen, as you guys already see. But with that being said, Super Roshiez, I'm out, man. Peace.